Is it true that you need a 20% down payment in order to buy a home? Some people believe that is the truth or was the truth. And I would say in probably the past 20, 30 years, there's been a lot of new loan programs that came available. There's programs that are available today that are zero down. There's programs that people can do FHA loans, even zero down FHA loans. There's FHA loans that are 3.5% down. Then there's conventional mortgages that are as low as 3%, 5%, and more. And so I think oftentimes people back in the day believe, man, you had to have 20% down just to put it down as a down payment. That's probably what they heard from their mom or dad or their grandpa or their grandma. At a 12, 13, 14% interest rate, you got to put 20% down. It used to be the conventional method of buying a home. And yet in today's world, the government has stepped in and subsidized the ability to buy housing and given affordability to people who can't maybe afford a home or they didn't think they could afford a home. And now they're able to buy a house, whether it's either through a down payment assistance program or there's plenty of mortgage companies, there's mortgages, banks, you name it, that offer anything but 20% down and more. So there's plenty of options out there other than 20% down conventional mortgages. That's a really good question. Is renting an apartment, renting a condo, renting a house cheaper or always better than buying a home? And in some cases, it's true. There are apartment complexes out there in today's world that you can get for possibly under $1,000 a month. In today's world, rates keep coming down, mortgage rates come down, prices have came down in the past year and a half. We're seeing mortgage payments for, $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a month to be able to live in a home right here in Kalamazoo. In our world, is renting always the way to go? In some cases, if you're gonna live possibly in Kalamazoo or in this area for a short time, or let's say you're only gonna be in the area relocating for Stryker or Pfizer, you're only going to be here for, let's say, 6 months or a year, or you don't know if you'll be here for 3 years. Some cases like that, it is better to rent. It's better to lease. Because when you go to sell the home, it's going to cost roughly 8% to sell. It could cost 9%. That's not our commission. That includes other fees. But if you're going to go sell a $500,000 house today and have 8% in fees, you're talking just to sell the house could cost you roughly $40,000. So in that event, could you go rent something for a year or two for less than what you would have invested in capital to sell it? Well, it all depends on the price of what you're buying, the price of what you're leasing, how much you're spending each month. So it really depends on the longevity of how long you're going to be there in the area and what the price is and how much you're looking to spend and what the mortgage payment is. Best thing you could always do, reach out to me. I'll connect you with a lender. We'll look at and evaluate the payment, your mortgage, rents, anything we can to see if it's in the best interest for you and your family. How do you know if you're getting the best mortgage rate is a really good question. And I think whether you're buying a home, selling a home, or investing in real estate, the best thing you can do is have a really good lender. We're partnered up with some of the best lenders in all of Michigan and all of the United States. Oftentimes, we tell people to shop around. If you were gonna go in tomorrow and go have surgery done on your shoulder, would you just go take advice from the first doctor you listen to? Would you just listen to him? Oh, your whole shoulder, your whole back needs to be replaced. You're going to be out of commission for 3 years. Or would you go talk to the one surgeon or the one orthopedic guy and say, hey, look, what are your thoughts? And then go talk to one other one and say, what's your opinion on this? That's the same exact thing as what we do when we're talking about pre-approvals, mortgage rates. It's financial surgery. So all we're doing is partnering up with what we believe are the best financial surgeons in town, mortgage lenders, and oftentimes we're having them quote what we believe is the best rate for that client depending on what type of loan they want. And we're oftentimes giving them extra recommendations on who they can talk to, and we're looking to see who can provide the best rate for the lowest amount of money and what they can provide that rate for. And oftentimes, whether it's our mortgage company or someone else in town, we believe that our mortgage lenders always provide our customers with the best rate they possibly can for whatever's going on in the world. So that's how you can ultimately determine you got the best rate. Shop around, hire a best realtor in town. If you want them, call me. And usually we're working with the best financial surgeons in town, and that's who we're going to connect you with. If you have a mortgage on a home and ultimately you want to pay it off, or you're Dutch like me and you don't like owing people money, most mortgage companies will oftentimes write in there. They'll write in there whether there's a clause, an early termination or an early payoff. Most of the times banks do not charge you a penalty for paying off the mortgage early. I always highly recommend it. I grew up very poor, grew up on welfare until I was like 14. We were always taught to not go into debt, not have payments if we don't need it. And if we do owe someone money, we're always taught to try to pay that loan off, or whatever we're owed to someone else, we try to pay that off as soon as possible. So same goes with a mortgage. If you have the ability to make one extra payment a year, oftentimes you can shave off 6-7 years out of your mortgage in a 30-year mortgage. So monthly payments when you own a house are variable. I mean, if you include what most homeowners include in their mortgage, some people use the term PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, PITI. So oftentimes right out of the gate, people are like, what am I going to be what's in my mortgage payment? Well, oftentimes it's principal, your interest on the mortgage, your taxes on the property, and your insurance on whatever the annual cost of the insurance is. Outside of that, when you go to close on your home, you're moving in your house, you're going to have all the other fees you would have probably from wherever you came, whether it's from a rental, maybe you were living in your mom's basement, which is fine, but you'll probably have to set up garbage, internet, anything you want, such as utilities, such as if you want Hulu, all the subscriptions everyone gets tied into every month. Ultimately, once you close on the house, you'll probably need to get some garbage services put in your name, get internet put in your name, and then you need to add in gas and electric, whether it's Consumers Energy or Michigan Gas and Electric or something. You'll end up adding all of those into your name once you own the home. And then, of course, they're going to make sure they send you a monthly bill so they get paid too. So should you finish your basement or remodel your kitchen is the question of today. And it's a really good question. And oftentimes we talk to homeowners, they want to add in the square footage of, let's say, a lower level, or add in square footage they didn't have finished. Just to have extra space for the kids, or extra space to get rid of their husband, send them downstairs, go watch football, not be so noisy. And while oftentimes it makes the most sense where you're like, we're getting more house if we finish this area, does it mean your return on investment, your ROI is higher by doing the lower level, by finishing and adding square footage? Not necessarily. Oftentimes when we're selling a house, this is not the case 100% of the time. Oftentimes when we're selling a house, we're selling it to the wife, to the female, the girlfriend, whatever it may be. They're the ones who got to fall in love with it. They got to be able to envision them seeing their family and kids in the house. And oftentimes when we're doing that, the things that appeal the most, at least in my experience in our world, the things that have seemed to appeal the most, especially to the ladies, to the women, to the wives, girlfriends, whatever it may be, oftentimes is having nice kitchens, nice bathrooms, and oftentimes we tell people a home buyer, and oftentimes it's a wife, whatever, she decides whether they're writing an offer on the home within 3 to 4 minutes of being inside the house. Do they make it to the lower level before they decide to write an offer? Not necessarily. They're oftentimes deciding in the main level whether they want to write an offer on the home, whether they see their family and kids running around here. Do they see themselves entertaining in the kitchen and house? So the question really is do you finish a lower level? Do you add more square footage that you're finishing off? Or do you remodel a kitchen and upgrade it where you're spending maybe more of your time? The answer in my world is everything comes down to cost, of course. But if you're looking at maximizing return on investment, if you're going to sell it someday, and you want to stay in a very happy marriage to keep your wife happy, my recommendation is I'd highly consider remodeling that kitchen before you just throw money into your basement or add in finished square foot to your house. You could not only make your wife a whole lot happier, but ultimately when you go to sell your house, you're probably looking at your return on investment is going to be better putting it into a kitchen or bathroom than dropping money into finishing square footage in the lower level. So the best time to sell a house or even commercial property or refinance are probably two different time frames. One of the best times to sell, at least in Michigan, and it could vary if you're in Florida, a different state, seasons are different. In Florida, the selling time is much different than here. It's almost opposite. But at least in Michigan, it can vary. I mean, some of the times in selling, some of the best times in selling are not always necessarily right in the springtime. Oftentimes people get their house ready. They'll spend March, April, possibly a little bit of May getting their house ready to go. They'll put their house on the market in April thinking everything looks great. I got my flowers ready to go. My flower beds look good. They're feeling great about everything. And yet what they don't realize, everyone else was doing the same exact thing. They were all getting their homes ready in March, and they were all trying to get ready to get their home on the market for April and May. And when you do that, you become let's say this, you become possibly one home out of 10 homes available, other than if you were on the market, let's say in October, or you were even on the market in August, or maybe November. You might be one of one home on the market in your neighborhood. And the people out shopping when the weather's not perfect, or the people out shopping when it's raining outside, or shopping and they're out in the snow, those are people that need to buy a home. When you list your house, let's say in April or May of the year, and you're thinking, I'm going to have a lot of showings, a lot of traffic, what most people don't realize, you get a lot of tire kickers, you get a lot of looky-loos, and you get people that are not really that interested in ready, willing, and able to write and buy a house. So oftentimes it is a variable question. The target's moving on when is the best time to sell. The best time to sell is reaching out to a professional like myself. And you can't always time out the market, yet what you can do, you can be ready for the market when the market's ready for you. And all you got to do is call me. I'll come out, take a look at your house, or have one of my associates take a look. What we'll do is help come up with a great plan of action for you, get an idea of what your home value is at no charge to you, and we'll ultimately come up with a surefire plan of action to be able to get your house ready for the market, help you time out when the best time is for your house to list, and ultimately come up with a plan of action that's going to net you the most amount of money. So our goal when we meet with someone is not to figure out and time out the market when is the right day and time on when to list it. Our goal is to find out what the objective is of that family, what their goal is, and then we talk to them and lay that out and figure out what the best time is for them and their family based on when they want their family to move. So give me a call today. We'd love to help you.